Noted Smash Brothers commentator makes baffling speedrunning claims. PerfectAce retakes his spot as GoldenEye champion. A new strategy is discovered in a Nintendo DS game. It's time for Speed News! Today's top story, noted Smash Brothers commentator djnintendo joined in on a Twitter 3 facts trend, posting, well, 3 interesting facts about himself. 1. I was an actual DJ. 2. I unofficially held world record speedruns in Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and Mario Kart 64. I never submitted my times. 3. I was gonna try out for American Idol many years ago, but didn't due to certain rules and controversy. I certainly understand the sentiment with fact number 3. I mean, the contracts they give to the winners are terrible. But it was fact number 2 that had many speedrunners baffled. EasyScape put out a tweet challenging the guy to a $500 money match in Super Mario Bros. 1, a game EasyScape had never even completed himself. It should be free money for an old, unofficial world record holder like yourself. Grand Pooh Bear, arguably the most famous speedrunner of all, 10-folded down on this offer. I'll offer $5,000 if he can take one game off me in Super Mario Bros. 3. Man, must be nice to be able to throw that kind of money around. djnintendo, of course, rebuffed these offers. I don't get why people are so triggered by my fact about the speedruns, like it's something that's impossible, lol. The times I got were when I was a teenager, LMAO, so over 15 years ago. A race would be fun, but I decline. To which Grand Pooh Bear rebutted, no one is triggered, dude, everyone just thinks you're lying. Here's a fact about me. I once ran a 3-minute mile. I didn't film it or tell anyone, nor did anyone see it, but it happened because I said I did. That's basically what you're claiming, my dude. Now look, is this much ado about nothing? Yeah, sure. However, as Cosmic D points out, djnintendo often makes these claims while commentating Smash Bros. Tournaments. Can you imagine like a professional sports broadcaster just casually dropping, yeah, I won the Super Bowl about 15 years ago, I was technically on the team, but I never claimed it, and no one has proof, so whatever. Just as a way to boost their ego or credibility? It'd be pretty funny, and the whole thing really is just absurd. But look, I don't want any ill will going anyone's way, so here's what I'll say about these baffling claims. I can actually really relate and empathize with djnintendo. I remember being 11 or 12 years old, at a sleepover playing Diddy Kong Racing, beating Space Whizpig for the first time ever, jumping up and down thinking I was the first person in the world to beat him. I thought that the space area was already so well hidden, and then beating the whole thing? That was a whole nother level. Surely no one else could have done that. When you're a kid, your scope of the world is much smaller, and you have no idea how you stack up. So it's understandable that as a kid you would think you held certain records in video games that you didn't actually hold. This tweet by Author Blues sums up this sentiment really well. That being said, just stop making these claims, just stop. I can definitely relate to thinking you were an elite world record holder as a kid, but once you actually get the exposure to the world of elite gaming, you realize there's a lot more to it than you once thought. EasyScape later posted this thread, which I really think is worth taking in and reading in full. I don't want anyone to think people part of the speedrunning community are meanies. This community is a group of the nicest, most passionate people I've ever met. I will say, however, we are extremely prideful. This is the reason for the huge emphasis on the leaderboards. This is how we evaluate our skills. Although bragging rights are great, they are far from the reason why people speedrun. So when people make unfounded claims to boost their ego, brand, or for whatever personal gain, there is a reason why the people who have invested the most time into those games to become the best will be skeptical when such claims are made. This concept extends far beyond speedrunning. To hold someone accountable for their words isn't a mean move. In our community, it's your job to prove yourself, not blame it on us if we don't believe you. So I am genuinely sorry to anyone I may have humiliated. That wasn't the intent. The leaderboards will always be available to those who want to prove themselves, so if you feel like we're being unfair, you can always make us eat our words at any point. I think this can serve as a good learning moment. Don't claim speedrun records without proof just for the sake of your ego. And on the other side of the coin, when someone does make this kind of claim, keep the criticism and ridicule at least reasonably measured. Easy's words are pretty wise, so I think we'll leave it at that. In other news, legendary speedrunner PerfectAce has retaken his spot as GoldenEye champion, dethroning Luke Sklar's, who had been champion for about 1 year. Ace gained 22 points with Cradle Agent 33, considered a fairly easy but highly luck-based record, and then 13 points with Statue Secret Agent 218. A record he was daunted by, as you need to get a record pace run and then hope the flight recorder, Objective E, lands in the best spawn point, something that happens under 12% of the time. Ace thought it could take a couple dozen hours to finally get a completed run, but it ended up taking him only a couple of hours. He was surprised, but I don't think many others were. We know how good and consistent he is when he plays. Ace then extended his lead, gaining another 4 points with Surface to 00 Agent 126, a 5th place time on the level, 3 seconds off the world record, and he left this funny comment on his times page. Flawless run, not sure how 123 is even possible, TBH. So I guess Ace might be human after all. He still sits only precariously 6 points ahead of Luke Sklar's, who could retake first place with only 1 or 2 new times. However, Luke has only set 7 personal bests so far in 2019, and it's unknown if he will play for anything anytime soon. The GoldenEye Speedrunning Championship belt remains on shaky ground, but hey, you can follow the Elite Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news when it comes to GoldenEye speedrunning. Stunning new developments in Disney's Jonas Brothers game for Nintendo DS, where this viral clip shows a new skip or wall clip.
All of my Jonases are low on health! Except for... What?! Did I just discover the secret Jonas clip?
Amazing stuff, salty DK Dan. Discovering new strategies accidentally while just playing the game is always a shocking moment. And this time we have a ton of viewer-submitted news, so let's get into it. Stuart Liu 1 got this 9th place time in Star Fox 64 any percent. Way to go, Stuart! Jeff Compass finally broke personal milestone 1 hour 40 minutes in Super Mario Sunshine. Very nicely done. Evan Nixon got a score of 300 in Elf Bowling. Way to go. Not gonna lie, this game actually looks really cool. Stuart Campbell has lost about 5 kilograms in the last 3 months. Great work, Stuart. It's very inspiring. Shiny BySharp27 got a world record in Plants vs. Zombies DS minigame called Air Raid. Very cool.
Oh my god, Air Raid is dead. Air Raid is dead.
Russell Clapham mentioned a whole bunch of 1080 snowboarding records. Very true, I think I'll have to do a video unto itself updating these sometime. And also congratulations to Russell on this 2nd place time in Pilotwings 64's Chicken Dive stage. Jimble No Tronbo got a 125th place time in a game called The Absolute Plus after nearly a year of grinding. Keep it up, Jimble. Novora got this time with a few others. Final Fantasy XIV, the dungeon Circus Tower, synced cooperative in 14 minutes 18 seconds, lowering their own previous record by 20 seconds. Pretty cool stuff. A bunch of Diddy Kong Racing stuff was also submitted. Nordic Boa, a top Diddy Kong Racing player, got this time 29.71 seconds on Dark Moon Caverns Hovercraft Out of Bounds Fast Lap. I mean, I've never seen this before, but this movement is really crazy.
There we go! Yes! Yes!
YCats1199 also brought this up, a crazy run with a new strategy by Stacy Needham on Ancient Lake. Looks similar to some kind of ultra shortcut trickery going on. Really, really weird and very cool. And also in Diddy Kong Racing, Joey Wills got a 112.55 Star City 3-lap car run. Good for second place. Nice work, Joey. Thanks for submitting the viewer clips. It's really cool looking through what you guys have done and at least giving a bit of a shout out to those. I really enjoy doing it, and I think this will be a continued trend here on Speed News. Alright, that's all the time we have today for Speed News. Thanks for watching, my friends. Stay true, and I'll see you in the next stream or video.